Price Fister is what it says. It's old. It's so old that when we bought this house, it was old in 2018, and these are probably from 1979. Now, the grandma who lived here, sweet old lady, she duct taped that stuff, probably keep out some draft. So it's out with the old and in with just Fister now, no Price. They fired Price and they got Willa. This is Willa. They're naming their faucets now, and she a beaut. Now, got a little bit of everything to go with this project, and hopefully I have everything. Am I going to regret not hiring a plumber? Absolutely. And it's about 6:40 p.m. Perfect time to start a project. 6:47 p.m. We're getting somewhere. That's gross. Price Fister is out. Now, he's not all the way out. But look at this old school. This was up inside the faucet stem, and there's like, I don't know, rubber gasket. I don't know how this didn't leak like years ago. But this is straight out of, like I said, 1979. I'm sure of that. And we're going for the water supplies next. Hopefully those come out in another 10 minutes, and then it'll just be a little cleanup. I want you to know, important, I've got a couple layers of padding down here. I've got a pillow. I've got music in the background. All important things when you put your plumber hat on. So this is inside where the water supply is hooked up. Now, this looks sort of like, it looks stainless, but it's probably copper that's clad. But look inside here. I know this house has galvanized steel nipples, but it's a copper plumbing system. And look at the water that came out of there when I opened it up. So I also got the brass nipples for this baby. She's worth it. And that should help that should help avoid this scenario. I'd say that's gross. And so this is what happens with galvanized plumbing nipples into it's pretty much copper and brass system, is this. And if you've got bad water pressure, which this sink hadn't experienced that yet, but it was going to, it's a good idea to switch to brass nipples. So I've got to get the pipe wrench on those next, so you can see the nipples about 2.5 inches. Thankfully some of it sticks out. You know what? This must be the highest quality duct tape in the world, because it all came off in one piece, no crust. It's still very sticky. No residue. Can you believe that? So that's I don't know. The hole looks a little bit too big for the collar to fit it completely. So I might just stick the old duct tape from Grandma back on there, because I don't really care. So this is the ticket. Taking this off next, the old ones. Go ahead, you can all laugh at me now. World's smallest pipe wrench against a 40-plus-year-old pipe nipple. Let's see what happens. Okay, it was worth a try. Stepping it up, but not much bigger. Well, actually, the small one actually can do at least a full half turn. This little bit bigger one, you've only got so much room, so small is where it's at for under sink. But check this out. Someone been brushing their teeth with this water. That it wasn't me. My bathroom's in the other room, thankfully. But sorry, honey. Are your teeth turning orange? Maybe not. Well, either way. One down, one to go. All right, this is the cold water side. Even worse. Nasty, nasty. This is into the pipe, which is brass, into copper, and this is out to the water supply. And look at this. All with the old, in with the new. So, one little thing you want to do is stick your finger in here and clear the threads. Just feel it, make sure it's smooth. Get it nice and clean. That's water dripping into my wall, subfloor, under the house. A little bit. It bothers me, but it's not going to hurt anything. So it's on with the cleanup and the install of the new stuff. Oh yeah, if I had a watch, it would say it's now 7:11. So what am I in at? About half an hour now. Okay, 7:18. My nipples are wrapped and my threads are cleaned out. Now, some of you might not even remember when Lowe's, at least in my area, was Eagle Hardware. So I killed this roll onto some other roll here. And I've even got this gasoline resistant stuff, but not necessary. So hopefully we're good. Nipples wrapped. I'm gonna install those and put these water supplies on. And this will not be necessary. Get rid of those parts because this side is going to receive this, which it has its own rubber seal on there. So making good time. It's 7:19 now. I'll continue. Wait, did I say I had chocolate? Yes. Chocolate is essential to any plumbing project. Chocolate and music and pillows. 7:27. Okay, what have I done wrong? I'll go ahead and leave it in the comments. Okay, nipples are tight. Water supplies are pointing up. Somehow, it got it at its tightest point, pointing in the direction that I want it to point. These are like chrome coated brass. It's probably cheap garbage. Local hardware store. What do you expect? So it's time to put on those water supply lines. And then I'm going to go out and turn the water on and flush this straight out the water supply lines into this bucket and get any of that remaining crud out of there before I put my new faucet in. Okay, it's now 7:36 p.m. Now it is imperative that you turn on the water supply to your home and stare at the connections you just made. Check with a dry finger. Make sure it's dry. Make sure no water is coming out of these things. Now you can see I goofed up. I put the nipples on and the water supplies, but the covers aren't on there. But you know what? When the covers are on there, I can't see that there's no leaks, but now I can, and I feel like I got lucky. Okay, most important step. You need to know 100% that there's not a drop coming out of this connections you just made. I think I made 5 to 6 wraps for the Teflon tape on each end, and it's looking good. I don't see any water anywhere, so let's go ahead and do the fun step now. Opening water valve. Gotta hold it down with my phone. Ew. Okay, so there's a bunch of crud in there that would end up getting stuck in the faucet. As you can see, there's a bunch of sediment. There's floaties on the top. Oh, that was the hot side. Okay, let's do the cold side now. Reaching for the valve. Now see what's already in there. Let's see what we got. A little bit more. So probably equal amounts on both sides. Now that that's gone, it's time to dry it out under here. Maybe I'll stick my grandma's duct tape back on there. And time to hook up the faucet. Time is ticking away. All right, now with the old faucet and remnants about to go into the scrap pile, I took my scrubber sponge. Now this is my one and only opportunity to clean this area. Although the footprint of the new faucet should cover this whole thing. Got it nice and clean. Oh, look at that. My holes are a little off. Now, this is straight out of 1979, everybody. So, a tiny bit of water in there or something. Some foamy gunk. Oh, that must be the soap that it just got leaked in there. So I'm going to dry that out. And this should fit in here fine. And remember, if you've never done this, it's not that hard. Trust me, you're going to impress your girlfriend when you finish this job in 1 hour like I did. Okay, I confess, 7:48 p.m. How we looking? I could just say it was hooked up, but it's not. 2 plastic nuts, 2 metal nuts, and we are about to have liftoff. All right, it's now 7:54, and my water supplies are still off. So we'll turn those on after one more check. You can't check for water leaks enough, especially when they're under the sink, because they're out of mind, out of sight. And next thing you know, your whole blower cabinet is ruined because you had a water leak. And if you want to have some extra security, go ahead and put a tray under there. Go ahead and put your other connector, your little bottle under there, just for a while. This, of course, I would empty out first. Some gunk in there, but now it never hurts to be safe. But I'm seeing 0 water drips at this time. It's been a while, so we're going to go ahead and turn our quarter turns. And the last place you're going to check water leaks is right up here. Seeing none? No, just kidding. Hopefully seeing none. I don't see any water gushing out. I tightened them reasonably tight. Don't want to over tighten. Let's see what happens. Willa lives. Well, this is the I don't know, brushed nickel version of Willa. Seems to work fine. I don't see any drips. Got to do a little dry. Now, this kit does come. This is all metal down in here in my drain. It comes with this plastic kit with a pop-up drain, so no old school pull on it. Rubber gasket, so no plumbing dope required. Plumber's putty, whatever. We'll do this in the next video. It's getting late. I ain't messing around with this any longer. And cut. Haha. No. In hindsight, what did I forget? I forgot my eye protection. But other than that, this pillow, this chocolate, the padding, everything else was perfect. Even the short little tool. All we need is a cat in the video to make it complete. Mittens. Mittens, where were you earlier? Oh, such a sweet girl. Come to ruin my padding, didn't you?